For this first exercise of the chapter, we're going to create a base class called account and then derive a checking account from that base class account. So let's get started. We're going to call this program account.py. We'll begin by creating the account class. The class will have two fields, an account number and a balance. So we'll initialize those first in the constructor. Then we'll write a toString method that will return the account number on one line and the balance on another line, like so. Rather than defining methods for depositing and withdrawing money in the account class, we're going to move that down to the checking class, which we're going to create as a derived class from account. The first thing we do is we write class checking, and then in parentheses we put the base class account. The constructor will take as parameters the account number, the balance, and a fee that the bank will charge when making withdrawals. So the first thing we do is we call the base class constructor, and then we set the fee as the only new field of the checking class. Next, we'll define a toString method. So again, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to create a return string, and the first thing we're going to do is set up a little header, and then we'll concatenate to that a call to the base class toString method, and then we'll return that string, because everything we want, we don't need to put the fee in that toString method. If we want to see the fee, we can write a separate method for that. Let's just do it real quick. I won't use it. I'll go ahead and define it so you can see what it looks like. And we'll return it. We don't have to return it as a string. We'll just return it as it is. Now let's define a deposit method. And that one's very easy. We simply take the amount and add it to the balance. Nothing to that. And then let's define a withdrawal method, which is a little bit more complex, although not too much more. First thing we have to do is have to see if the amount they want to withdraw is more than they have in their balance. And if so, we're going to print insufficient funds. Otherwise, we're going to adjust the balance by taking out the amount they want to withdraw and the fee that is being charged for withdrawals. So for now, that will do. Let's test it out. So we'll set up a new checking account object with the account number of 123, an initial balance of 500, and a fee of 50 cents. So the first thing we want to do is print out the status of the account. Then let's withdraw $100. Print out the status again. And let's stop right there and save and run the program. We left out one little problem. We'll do this a lot. Let's fix it. I know exactly where it is. That should be self.fee, because it is a field of the class. Let's try it again. Let's clear the screen. There we go. So we start out with 500, then we withdraw 100, and there's 50 cents, so that leaves us with $399.50. Let's do a deposit just to make sure deposit works. And we'll deposit 200, and then print the status of the account again. And there you see we now have $599.50. So that wraps up this first exercise where I demonstrated how to derive a checking class or a checking account class from a base account class. Now in the next exercise, we're going to create a savings account class that also derives from account. That I'm also going to demonstrate how we can mix those two account types together using a concept called polymorphism and have the Python system figure out which type of object is which based on its inherent type. We're going to see how to do all that in the next exercise.